Interesting facts and myths about firearms. Firearms appeared almost immediately after the invention of gunpowder. We can say that the appearance of gunpowder determined the further course of human history, since it was thanks to the firearm that the boundaries of the modern world have repeatedly changed. But let's put politics aside and talk about interesting facts related to weapons. Daisy Outdoor Products once sold windmills. At the same time, each buyer was given a small souvenir, an air pistol. Over time, pneumatics became so popular that the company abandoned the windmill trade and began selling air pistols and shotguns. President Garfield's killer chose a gun based on its appearance so that the weapon would then look good in a museum. Russian cosmonauts take weapons with them into space to protect themselves from bears in case they land in the taiga region. Over 90% of gun crimes are committed by men, and over 75% of the victims are also men. Including police visits, accident resolution, hospital fees, legal fees, and consultations, the cost of one murder in the US is $441,000. On average, 32 people are killed every day. It is easy to calculate that the United States alone loses more than $14 million on this in a year. In Arizona, carrying firearms is legal. It is forbidden to carry nunchucks with you. While the chance of getting shot in a normal setting is actually minimal, let's talk about how people feel when they get hit by a bullet. In the first few seconds, most feel nothing at all because of the shock, and then they faint. In Kennesaw, Georgia, every family is required by law to have a gun. The Nazis built the largest cannon in history. She weighed more than 1,300 tons and could shoot almost 40 kilometers. A gunshot wound to the left side of the heart tends to cause more bleeding than to the right side. When wounded in the liver, the opposite is true. A bullet wound without an exit hole is much more dangerous than a penetrating one, since the bullet can ricochet inside the body, damaging internal organs. Jailers carry a miniature pistol on their keychain as a means of last resort in self-defense. A rifle bullet, due to its highest flight speed, has the greatest destructive power. However, slower bullets from handguns tend to wobble during flight and therefore can cause more damage when hitting a person. Bulletproof vest does not save from pain when hit by a bullet. Although the bullet will not reach the body, the person will feel as if he was at least kicked by a horse. Contrary to what is shown in Hollywood movies, when a bullet hits a person does not immediately fall dead. He will most often be able to continue fighting and subsequently survive. Mossberg, a manufacturer of guns and shotguns, produces special guns against zombies. Only 5% of shots are fatal. Strange fact and effect. After the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, the Mujahideen received 2,000 Stinger man-portable anti-aircraft missile systems as a gift from the United States. When the Soviet troops left the country, the American government began to buy these complexes from the locals at a price of $183,000, while, most interestingly, the standard price for the Stingers was $38,000. Weapons of mass destruction. The most terrible weapon was used by the Maya Indians. They threw hornet bombs, the real nests of these stinging insects. Thus, the Maya introduced an element of panic and confusion into the ranks of the enemies.